Greetings, all Shardvixen here, and I am like sitting someplace different today. Because, well, my crafting area is all messed up again, and that's where my tripod is. And so today is Rambling 101. It's not the most attractive way to sit here. Oh, lay back. It actually feels really good on my hips, but I don't know how long I can keep my arms like that, and it's really dark. Okay, so we gotta go back this way. Sorry. Because the light source is over there. My hair is bugging me, as it always does. Rambling 101. Oh, I was so moody yesterday, I was crying left and right. It's hard. It's hard when I get that moody. It's hard when my mental health is so. Today I'm wearing, let's see if we can see it. And you can't see him. He's there someplace. Stitch? Where's Stitch? Oh, he's way down there. Look at that. He's down there by my boob. His nose is my boob. My boobies, my breast. My itty bitty titty bitties. I don't used to be itty bitty, but they ain't anymore. Alright, so I had lots of things I was thinking about talking about, and you know what you think about talking about the day before, and even 5 minutes before I sit down are not the same thing. So I've been having some second thoughts about streaming. My internet is really, really bad. It's like I pay for 175 megabytes per second, and I'm getting 21. So I called them, and because of the pandemic, they were like, "Well, because of lockdown, we can't do nothing about that. I'll put in a repair thing." Never heard from it. 2 weeks. I mean, I get it. They can't really come to people's houses or whatever. So then I called today, and I said, "Look," because then they regenerated my bill because everybody got free data for May, and now, and you actually so they generated my bill for June because I already paid for June. I don't know what it is. My bill comes out the 30th of the month. And it went back to the regular price. And so I don't feel like I should have to pay the regular price. And it's not that I'm greedy. I just think if your services render, I shouldn't have to pay for because internet charges are stupid to me anyway. I shouldn't have to pay for that amount of data and speed if I'm not getting it. Now I have unlimited data, so there shouldn't be an issue there, but I'm not getting my faster speed. And I know, here's the deal. People always say, "Well, you don't need the faster download speed to stream," but you really do, because I'm using whenever you use another software program, you need to be able to download the information from that software program. So let's say Restream. I have to be able to download it to my computer to use it, and then I have to restream out as well. So two things are going on at the same time, and it ain't happening. I'm getting lots of drops and stuff. But that's also compounded with the fact that a lot of companies had dropped their bit rates to support the fact that people weren't going to be working. But that should be ending now, right? Right. I'm sorry, I'm playing with my hair because it's bugging me now. Every time I put my mask on, it bugs me. So I called them and said, "Look, we need it. I just send me a modem." So they're like, "Well, we'll send a technician out." I'm like, "No, because that'll take forever. I just send me my modem, and then if it doesn't work, we'll do the technician." Because I've had both done and both work. But when I first got the internet here for Xfinity, they didn't tell me that they charge you if they come to your house to help you. So if it's outside and it has to do with their stuff, they don't charge you. But if they have to come inside, then they charge you. It's like $75 for the visit. And I could get the money, but my Xbox hasn't. They didn't call me about my Xbox either, which is really weird. I'm going to have to call them. Hopefully I'll have time after I'm done here. They don't open till 10, so hopefully they'll still be open at 6 for me to call. But I think it's past 6 now. I don't know. I really kind of like that Warzone. I started playing the Warzone with, getting this wrong. I have a lot of things I need to do. So that's why I thought maybe I kind of got, I've been trying to do the exercising. I've changed my diet up a little bit. I'm trying to do the metabolistic kickstart style, and that means you more protein and more strength training, which makes you very tired and sore if you're not used to it. So I'm trying to because I've hit that plateau that you hit, where you're not losing the weight as fast as you were. And I really can't eat any less than I eat now, so I have to come up with something else to do. Here comes the dog. Where's she going? So I thought I have to think about not streaming because sometimes when you're depressed, even especially if you don't know you're depressed, because sometimes you just don't know you're depressed. People don't understand that. It's hard to explain, but when you're depressed, you don't want to do anything. You don't want you don't want to do your normal stuff. Blue Boy's in the backyard, by the way, so you'll be hearing him because he doesn't understand the concept of shh, don't talk. He's supposed to be upstairs, but he's not. But so I don't want to stop streaming in case I'm just feeling depressed and don't want to do it. So I'm kind of waiting to see how I feel on each day on like the Tuesday that I'm supposed to stream. I'm going to see how I feel. Plus, right now, I'm streaming with Genghis Ron and my daughter on Tuesdays, and then Genghis Ron and my son on Thursdays. So I kind of don't want to, I like streaming with my kids when I can. So that could change soon. You never know. Could always change. We're going to the ocean in about 2 weeks. I just rented the hotel, or reserved the hotel. We're gonna go and spend the whole day, spend the night, and spend the whole day and come home. So that'll be refreshing and fun and exciting. Like to go. We've all wanted to go to Legoland. That was kind of one of the things we were gonna look at doing before everybody got housebound. I don't know. I just, it's been some very interesting times. So for me, as we all know, I'm very open-minded. I'm very open. I very much accepted of things. So, and it's really sad, the things that have happened, and I've talked about them. So you can go look at some of my other vlogs. But it was needed to be happening. We all need to. Where you going? Okay, are you gonna go use the laptop? Maybe you could play a game with Yaya. Tell him you just want to play a game. Good boy. Wants to play a game. But I had all these things I want to talk about, in my rambling, and then it comes along and I forgot. Today we didn't do our normal thing because it was raining. It's been raining a lot here, so I'm really cold. So that's probably why the fibro's been a little harder. I'm supposed to be walking more, and I'm not this week. I didn't walk as much. But I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. I lost my brain. I lost it. It's gone away. It's gone away. Feather. Feather doesn't know her name. I mean, she knows her name if I'm looking at her and talk to her.
It's warmer down here.
Okay, he's back. He says he's cold. So it's warmer down here. It's not warmer down here. He's full of it. It's warmer up there. It's always warmer upstairs. In the summer, it's bad. Doug, what are you doing? What are you doing, dog? What are you doing? But, so I was in a lot of pain yesterday. I woke up with my ankles feeling like somebody had crushed them. I don't know what it would feel like, okay, to have crushed bones. But I have had broken bones, and my elbows are broken up. They were fractured, and oh my god, that hurts so bad. It feels that way, like somebody's just has taken a hammer and slammed it down on those parts of my body that hurt like that when they hurt. It's from the cold, I'm sure, but I don't have arthritis. I've been tested and retested and tested again. It's all my tendons do it, and the pain that they send through the nerves is just so like painful. Um, and it's interesting because the usually when that starts to happen, when I feel like I'm being crushed like that, like parts of my body are crushed, that's usually a bad fibro day. The pain is that intense pain, and then I've got the cognitive fog, and I feel really moody. And yesterday was a real bad one. My recovery time though seems to be better, but I do know if I don't exercise, and if I do exercise, I still get a if I exercise too much, like if I push myself to go a little further, because that's the kind of personality I am, is push a little further, it's worse. And then if I don't eat right, it's worse. And like I said, I'm starting a new thing where um, you eat less one day and you eat more on the other day, because you eat less and your body goes, oh, we gotta save the fat, but then you eat more and it's like, oh, we don't have to save the fat, and it burns off all of that. So I'm trying some of that. Strength training is what you're supposed to do too, and I'm not very good at strength training because everything hurts, of course, and I get tired. Um, I really am enjoying making the journals. I just find that I don't have enough room. I don't have a wide enough area to put my supplies and also be able to get stuff done. You know, like sit down and then I got all this stuff around me. So I got to figure out, I'm going to look at some other stuff, other storage opportunities. We had to stop from looking for a place for a while because we don't have all the proper paperwork at the moment that we need to move. I finally found the dog's licenses because I had them on them and they kept falling off. So now I got to see if I can get them back on. I have proof of that. That's my proof, is their little heart-shaped or bell-shaped stuff. Little license tags. That proves that they're... But it doesn't have a date on it, so I had to get paperwork for that. Then we have to get paperwork for the dogs as the support dogs. And then my sister who's come to live with me, she's got no paperwork, so everything's closed, so we have to wait for that. So probably won't start looking for another place to move until next month or the month after. But I have to rearrange all kinds of stuff again because I have to make more room in the house and I have to get rid of stuff. So slowly been getting rid of stuff. I gotta redo the garage again and get rid of the goal is to get rid of half my crafting recycle stuff out there, and just use it all up and then start saving again because I just don't have the room. So I've put in as much storage area as I can. I've done some creative stuff with stacking and storing, and I'm going to make some file journal thingies for myself where they have like pockets and you just put all the stuff in it that you want to use, so as you're making your journals you've got that there. But I have to do that, so that's kind of that thing. What else has been going in my mind? Not much, really. I mean, it's an interesting thing about the police. You know, I can kind of see both sides of the story there. I really do believe, though, that it's been a long time coming for a reform of the police. There's been a lot of brutality in the police force, so I think that my take on this as a once going to be a therapist but no longer can be, is that I think that there's a lot of training that has not been implemented into their oh, here she comes, implemented into their training. I have known a few people who've become police officers, and there's a lot of stuff they don't really focus on, but it's kind of the same thing with teachers. There's a lot of stuff that teachers need more training in, and they don't have that because there's other types of training that have been deemed more important. So I don't know if defund is probably okay with me, but I don't know if we should get rid of them immediately. And some places like that might see. I feel like that's a way to set up to fail, because if we set up to fail, then we can say, see, we did need that, and then it comes back. As I tell my daughter, my biggest fear about change with human beings I know. Like, I talk to him like there's somebody different. But the biggest change is that if you look, like for me, for my age and my experience and what I've seen, if you look at the changes, for whatever reason here in America and maybe in other places, but I haven't been in other places to see the change, we go to this huge extreme. So we're on one side of the thing, and everybody complains and says, "Oh, this is totally wrong." And instead of figuring out ways to do us to not per se go slowly and change, but change the right things, take the time, have a good plan, and then make the change, we immediately jump on, oh, and flip all the way over onto the other side. And that's why I quit being a feminist, because I kept thinking, well, what happens when all the feminists become the ones in control? And most of the ones I had met at my time, just my personal experience, were about pushing women up and pushing men down. They and they didn't say it that way, but it was almost like they didn't feel that there could be equal equality, even though that's what they were striving for. It never seemed that way. And then some of the ones, there were ones that were just scary. They were scary. They were really scary people, and the idea of them in power was even more scary. So I get a little fearful about that. But I have huge anxiety about other people having control over my life. Um, there's a certain amount of control we give to other people, but it's kind of why I stay as quiet as I can when I'm out and about in the world, so as not to irritate people, because I don't like giving my control away, and it's the fear of people taking my control, because I wouldn't let them, which would probably end up getting me killed because I've been in those positions, is really hard for me. So it's all very freaky time, which might be why I also had a fibro attack, because huge stress and anxiousness. And even though I don't feel the anxiousness intensely, like I don't feel it as a fear, I just feel uncomfortable. That makes me feel like that adds to stress, and then I have a fibro attack. So I try to find the triggers so they can try to keep it, but there's just things I can't keep. I can't like do for myself to not have those triggers. It just doesn't work. Um, and I want to. I talk about it a lot, but I do have plans on working on my store. I already have a box full of crafty stuff, not actual crafts that I've made, but things that people could buy and make for themselves. But I do want to make some more stuff. I wanted to make some glasses and coasters, um, maybe like No Man's Sky stuff or something like that, paint them on and stuff. So I gotta see about that. I'm still interested in making like creators' names on things. So we'll see. I haven't gotten the tool for that yet. So I'm hoping that in July or August I'll be getting a new laptop for myself so I can do more writing and get that started. I'm hoping to be done with my animation I've been working on by then, because I've redone my schedule, so I sit down and for 4 to 5 to 8 hours I just do animation on one day, and that has been working really good. I turn off interesting enough, I have to turn off YouTube and stuff, and then I turn on like a audiobook. I listen to Frontier Grit, so if you get a chance, go listen to it. It's pretty good. It talks about women in the frontier, some different people that were famous. And so I listened to that whole book while I did my, was 5-6 hours worth of reading, I think, while I did animation. So that works out really well. So that works well. So then I figured what would happen is I get the laptop, and then about 7-8 o'clock at night, I'll spend 2 or 3 hours typing in my stories to get those finished, and then I'll start doing animation for them. After I'm done with this animation I'm doing, I'm only working on some projects for myself and trying to finish up the one I was doing that I started 3 years ago, and try to finish that one up. And then it will just be doing my stuff for me, unless I start getting better at it. There's a chainsaw going on outside. Anyway, that's it. Not a whole lot of anything. We're not moving yet. We will be looking again. I'm just trying to do. I keep looking at the ceiling. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to move through and get stuff done so that I have a hard time crafting because the chair I have is really bad for my back and the position of the camera is really bad. So my daughter is really working on when she has time to play around with the camera. I gotta get a different tripod though and see if we can get it so it's standing above and comes down, which is a problem because that's why I made my own animation table because my tablet couldn't sit straight flat down until I made something like that, which I could pull out. It's hard to craft under the animation. It's really meant for moving things around. You move it, take a picture, move it, take a picture, kind of thing. But that's the only problems I'm having right now, and sorting and making stuff and stuff like that. Anyway, so I will catch you all on the flip side. I'm out of here.